Hey guys, this is the Kershaw Tremor 1950. Time to do a little tabletop review of it. I've been carrying it for the last couple weeks and it's just a phenomenal knife. I haven't been this happy or this excited about a knife since the Spyderco Tenacious came out. For the price point, this thing is unbeatable. I've never found a knife at this price point that I've liked better. I'd even say that goes towards the Tenacious as well, but so this is the Kershaw Tremor. Let me zoom out here just a tiny bit. Let me give you the specs on it first off. This is an assisted opening knife. The blade length is 3 3/4 inches long. It has G10 handles, and it is textured. It's kind of a light to medium texturing on it. It has I don't know what the number is on this pocket clip, but it's got a phenomenal pocket clip on it. It is adjustable for tip up or tip down carry, or tip down carry and tip up carry rather. It is not adjustable to the opposite side, so for the left-handers out there, they get gypped a little bit on that. But it is one of the best pocket clips I've ever seen from Kershaw, so fantastic. It has a partially, let me open it up here. It has a partial flow through design with a Zytel insert along the rest of the handle. It has a lanyard hole which is rather small, but it works. And it is a flipper design only. It does not have a thumb stud. Although I have seen pictures of the Kershaw Tremor with a thumb stud, so I think originally they might have wanted to put one on there, but I think to save cost, I think they decided to forego that. Just my theory, but anyway, it is a liner lock, and let me zoom in real close here so you can see how well that locks up. I call it a 98% lockup on that, real decent. It does have phosphor bronze bushings. Hopefully you can see those flashing inside of there. Phosphor bronze bushings. You can see the detent up here in the top right hand. Let's see what else. The liners are skeletonized. You can see how they've been kind of drilled out there. They're partially skeletonized, I should say. There's only 4 little holes that have been drilled out in the liner. They could have done a lot better. They actually could have done more holes up along the top part, but they didn't do that. And that equates to a 6-ounce blade. This is kind of a hefty knife. When you get it in your hands, you definitely feel the weight to it. I don't think that it's definitely not a deal killer by any means at all. In fact, I kind of like the weight on it. It does feel really robust and sturdy in the hand, and I think part of that comes from the actual weight itself. Now, the comfort on this blade, it's really comfortable. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more jimping details. Let me wipe this off here. I would have liked to see a little bit more jimping right along this thumb indent right here where your thumb sits, and I would have liked to see jimping done on the flipper itself, which is smooth. But other than that, the knife is incredibly comfortable in hand. It's a pistol grip type grip. It kind of comes down quite a bit, so you have a lot of area to purchase. But even with smaller hands that I like what I have, you can get a real solid grip on the knife. Let's see. It does extend out a bit, so I know that Israel over at We All Juggle Knives talked about how this could be used as a pommel, and I totally agree. I think that the handle's long enough to be able to utilize that in its role as a defensive blade. But let's talk about the blade itself. The blade is a stonewash finish, and hopefully I can do it justice by showing you the finish on that blade. Kind of a unique finish, stonewash. I think it's going to add to a little bit of a durability to its finish, to the overall durability of the blade. It is made in China, and hopefully I'm not completely upside down with this review. If I am, you'll just have to deal with it. I'm kind of dealing with an upside down camera as it is. So, but I love the blade shape on this. It has this organic curve that kind of sweeps upward and then down, and then gives you a nice belly. And that belly is just a cutter, man. It's a slicing belly. and I really love it. The point on it is very delicate on the relief edge there, because it goes all the way up to the top. But I don't see it being much of a problem. Let me show you the back of it so you can get a good idea. It's not a really delicate blade. I'm just saying the relief edge goes all the way up to the top. Oh, let's see. It's not focusing like it should here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so it's very pointy, but it's the relief edge that makes it that way. Let's see. What else? It is a flipper design. The thing comes out with authority. I mean, it is just fast. As fast as a blade this size will allow it to be. So there is absolutely no worries that way to its speed. It's a very fast, very easy deploying blade. Let's see what else. Oh, I did have a couple issues with it. One of them is that the blade is off center, and hopefully you guys can see that okay. It's I don't really mind it that much. It is a bit annoying, but you know, with the liner lock pressing this way on the blade, I think that's where most of the off-centeredness is coming from. But I'm okay with it, and the reason why I'm okay with it is it's not touching that liner. If it was touching that liner, I'd have to readjust it or do something to try to fix it. But for right now, I'm not going to mess with it too much because it's not rubbing on the blade, and as long as it's not doing that, then we're cool. But okay, so let me show you guys a few knives to compare size-wise to it. Everybody one of the most popular EDC knives out there is the Kershaw Skyline. So let's go ahead and compare this knife's the blade size to that. Let me line up I'm going to line up the liners here and here, or the handles here to here, so you can kind of see the overall size of the blade. This thing's a beast, man. This thing is I would put it on the side of a large blade, and I love it that way. So let me show you the Spyderco Endura 4 full flat ground. You can see that the blade actually is just slightly longer. This is a 3 3/4, so 3.75, and this is like a 3.89 or something like that. So there is a little bit of advantage on the tip of that, but this also has a longer overall length. I think the overall length on the Tremor is 9 inches. So the closed length is like 5 1/4. So it's manageable in the pocket. But okay, so there's those. Let me show you the Spyderco Tenacious up against it as well. This is a 3.5 inch blade, I believe, or 3.4, something like that. And you can see that kind of shows up. Let me take out the Skyline and the Endura, and let me put up the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Probably my overall favorite knife of all time is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, and you can see the difference in size there. I wish they would have done the jimping like they did on this, and the lanyard hole right there. They would have had like an absolute home run. Not that it's not a good knife by any means. It's just it would have made it just awesome. You know, one thing that the Tremor does have is it has the 8CR13 MOV, which is the Chinese-made steel. Let me show you this Tenacious here, which has the same exact steel. And let me show you, if you can see some of the staining on that blade, there's a slight stain right there, and then there's some staining down by the relief edge. I actually use this to help skin an elk, this Tenacious. So for those that tell me that I don't use them, or those that have accused me in the past of not using my blades, well, they just don't know. But anyway, there's some staining up along the front here of the blade. The reason why is because I skinned that elk, and then I put it up on the shelf and didn't clean off the you know, some of the juices, and it actually stained the blade up. I've polished it since then and tried to get those stains out, and I'd have to take off some metal to do so, and it's just not that big a deal. So anyway, 8CR13 MOV will stain. It will you know, rust up and stain up on you if you're not careful. So you need to really be careful with that 8CR13 MOV. Here is the soggy Aegis. in comparison to that size-wise as well. This is a 3.5-inch blade, I think, and this is a 3.4-inch blade, something like that, on the paramilitary. So just to give you guys some ideas of the actual size of this beast. I mean, it is a big knife, and I think the role I put this in is as a primary defensive blade. You could EDC this, but I think that this kind of exceeds the EDC category. In my opinion, I would put this firmly in a defensive type blade, but I would also use. This is also a user blade. I mean, at $25, I got this $25 shipped from Blade Shop, which is an Amazon seller. Amazon, I think from that same shop, the price has gone up by $5 since I bought this, and I think you can fairly reliably blame Nut and Fancy for that on his review. Whenever he reviews a knife, if I really dig it and I want it, then I gotta get it soon, because he tends to really sell the shops out. So there's no doubt to that. But anyway, guys, this has been a review of the Kershaw Tremor. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to PM me, and I will I'll get back to you as quick as I can. Let me just give you a nice little close up again of the entire knife before I say goodbye. But yeah, I mean, just a comfortable knife, really well made for $25. I mean, there's definitely some finishing problems. You know, there's the G10 liner, or the G10 handles don't necessarily match up with the liners and stuff in some areas. You know, it's a small thing, and you have to really look at it in order and be anal in order to notice it. But yeah, so there's a couple little fit and finish issues, but for $25, man, I cannot even come close to blaming that at all for it. So anyway, guys, there you go, the 1950 Kershaw Tremor. So PM me, let me know if you guys have any problems, or comment below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And thanks for watching, guys. We will talk to you guys later. See ya.